Hello, my beautiful collective. It is Kai here. I'm just going to start it off with a disclaimer. This is all just based on my own experience. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, what works best for you, that I know all or whatever the fuck. No, we're not going to do that here. So, I'm just here to share. The title of this video: present the past version of yourself with this present version of you. And I mean this in a way where literally you did the work. You did the work. You showed up and became the person who supported you, who empowered you, who spent time with you, who showed you that you deserve time, space, presence, words of affirmation, gifts, physical touch, whatever it is, whatever love language it is for you. And here's where I share my own experience. So just to be a little bit vulnerable and authentic with you guys, today I really recognized the past version of myself in terms of my egoic pattern of thought. And I used to do this thing where I would tell myself, literally in my mind, over and over and over again, how unworthy I was. And whatever narrative that may apply for you, I'm sure that there are some people out there who resonate with that. And I literally was listening and I was like, no, that's just not true. That's just not true to me. I do deserve my time. I do have value in my time and give myself value. And it's funny to even say it like that, because it's like, you know how there's that quote from Cher where she says like I am the rich man, you know what I mean? And the literal definition of rich, it's like, what does that mean for you in terms of richness? And for me, it means like being present, truly, and like being grateful and appreciative and simultaneously discerning with the energy that I give people. Today I was at work and I was getting a little bothered. And I realized that, I have every right. I have a choice to make. Even though I'm working, it doesn't make me any less of a human being. So I decided to walk away, literally. Though this person decided to follow me, literally, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give this any more of my attention or energy or time. And time is a fucking construct. So truly, it's about quality versus quantity. So when I say richness, I mean quality. Quality time with myself. So the narrative that was coming up was that, like that an old narrative was, or this old narrative that I used to say to myself all the time was that like I don't deserve to take up space. Like I'm not worthy of this person's time. That like I don't even know what else to say it like, because I just was like, damn, I don't believe that anymore. And I really did believe that. It was something I kept telling myself over and over again, because I was trying to intellectualize the fact that people wanted to spend time doing other things. And I was very codependent and attached. So the thing about this whole experience was like, am I actually willing to fucking let go? Like, am I actually willing to let go? And I was starting to like reflect a bit about feminine energy and what that actually is for me. And it was like, I literally asked ChatGPT, I was like, describe yin and yang. And then literally this fucking kid came in with their goddamn stuffed animal and said that their stuffed animal's name was Yin. And I was like, bro, God, universe, like, holy shit. And it really taught me that like receptivity doesn't mean that I lack boundaries. It actually means I'm just allowing things to be and letting go. Not attaching, not getting all disgruntled and like projecting it onto this person and being like, oh, like they were doing this and so therefore I'm like this because they did this. No. It's me making the choice, the conscious choice, to understand that if I allow this situation to bother me, then I'm literally giving my sacred divine anger away. And for me, as someone who's a spiritualist, by the way, and I like to really work with like dark divine feminine energy more specifically because I identify and align with the feminine energy and entity. So it's like I really had to understand, like, oh my gosh, like I don't need to say anything. I don't need to do anything. Even though I'm at work, I'm still going to do my job, obviously. But that is, sorry, let me just. That is why I decided to make a choice. And I made the choice to present my present self to that past version of myself and help her, really. Help her understand that I've shown up as the person to meet my needs and to take care of myself and to show me that my time and my presence is enjoyable and that I am fun. I am fun with myself and I like I experience that with me and that I have experienced that with me and that I've shown her. And it was just like a reminder to be soft and to literally just let go. And they say that like yin energy is water. I recognize that the water elements can house any shape, but it doesn't mean that it is that shape. You know what I mean? And so I was just like, wow, like I am finally, is kind of how I want to put it. Finally, just fully understanding that I have spent a lot of time, a lot of fucking time just being with me. And that I am a lot more okay with being alone. Not necessarily lonely, it's just literally choosing to be alone. So in other words, solitude is super like significant for me. And it comes in different forms. It comes in different moments, and life has been expanding and evolving, and it's been really graciously full of gifts. And so I've been understanding that. I was like, you know what? I am intentionalizing my presence. That's what it feels like to me, at least. And even if I happen to play a negative position in someone else's story, that doesn't mean or equate to me being that experience for me. So it's kind of like one of those things where instead of getting very egoic and being like blaming or like complaining, it's more so like letting it go, allowing myself to express in a safe environment, and also protecting my energy. Really, that's what it's been. So I'm really just wanting to share that because I feel like sometimes, and maybe you can relate, but like sometimes it's quite challenging for me to like actually take note of how much I've changed and how like I am there for myself, you know what I mean? I don't know. It sounds funny, but like I really feel like that is the case because of the fact of how I used to be and who I am now is just so different. And it required me to make different choices. So the question that I'd like to ask out into the collective is, are we actually willing to consistently make the different choice, to show up for ourselves, to really, really be there and just experience the emotions, not attach or project it onto another person, and really just deal with it, you know? And if there's space for a conversation to happen, then I say go for it. I say seriously, just have the conversation to see how it goes. Not to like try and control some form of a result to happen. Because we're all fucking humans, you know? And we all have our ups and downs, and we have things that work for us and may not work for another person. So it's like, that is where I really feel like the grace comes from, is understanding to a very high degree that we come from different places, different backgrounds, different environments, different cyclical thoughts, really. Different places and presences where those cyclical thoughts were very strong. And so I just wanted to put that out there, like, your present self can be the living proof and the existence in which you really desired to receive support from, you know? Like, whether you were asking it from another person, for example, you know? Like, it's like you literally can be that person. And I promise you that though it might require like consistent action and like discipline sometimes, where you just have to do it when you really don't want to fucking do it, but you really need to do it for yourself, to just show up. That's literally it. And it doesn't have to be at this extreme like spectrum of like full intensity. It can be just upon the spectrum. So that's the message for today. This is my current habitation is how I'm gonna put it. And so I have this wall. It's gonna be my kind of like fire element wall, I guess you could say, because it has a lot of red and therefore my root, and mixed with the sacral and solar plexus. And then I have my blue ocean wall. When my room is cleaned, I will show you guys, but for right now it is not the case, so I am not open to sharing that. But I look forward to bringing you guys along my journey, as I have and will continue to. So thank you. Thank you for allowing me to speak and allowing me the presence. Thank you for being you, seriously. And thank you for being alive, truly. I'm sending you guys so much love and support on your own spiritual journey. Bye, collective.